Okay, they don't get in trouble because they're football players, and they slide on thin ice. And I understand that happens a lot of places in the country, but it happens more in SEC country. You know what the SEC's motto is? We just care more. Well, you know what that means? You just let your kids get away with it, whatever you want, and we'll figure it out later because that dude runs a 4.4 and can catch a football. He can do whatever he wants. And it's not fair because kids don't get punished. Regular students at colleges don't get punished that way. Non-Division I athletes don't get punished that way. Any lower division, kids at Northern Illinois don't get treated that way, or kids at Marshall don't get treated that way. But because college football is big business, that's what you're dealing with now. It is a business, and anybody that doesn't accept that it's a business, they're idiots. All these coaches, they start talking about, when they ask them about this, and a lot of these guys all said, it's about the kids. How come you guys can't be about the kids? And I think that Saban actually had some expletives for Paul Feinbaum when he was walking off the stage in that interview, I guess, but that was not aired, so I don't know what he said. But they're always talking about kids, and they need second chances, and they need this, and they need that. I promise you, if a kid is at Alabama, that is his fourth or fifth or sixth and possibly seventh chance. Because I guarantee you that kid had 4 or 5 of them when he was in high school, and that may have been his second or third one at Alabama that you may not even know about. And that's the thing that bothers me. I get sick of hearing this because you get paid to win football games. That's your job. You're a football coach, and I understand that at the high school level and even at the small college level, you can learn to raise good kids. Okay, and football's taken away at those levels too. If a kid gets in trouble at a Division II school or Division III or an NAIA school or any of the 2,000 other football programs that are in this country, they sit the bench. That's what happens. Okay, this isn't. Not everybody is the SEC, and not everybody's a Power 5 program. There's probably 30 or 40 programs that can get away with crap like this, and that's it. Out of probably the 1,200 college football schools that play this game, or the college schools that have football. They always say we want to raise young men. I got news for you. There's 2 million people out there that get paid to do a job that raise young people that don't get paid near what you do. They don't have 6-figure salaries. As a matter of fact, every single one of them, maybe outside some administrators, they might be 6 figures. But all your teachers that bust their asses to coach these kids and help these kids in the classroom, they don't get paid that much. They don't get paid near what you do. Not even close. I just want one coach to come out and say, you know what? Unless the law charges them, I don't care. My job is to win football games. That's what I'm here for. That's what I get paid $7 million a year for. I just want somebody to say that because that's the God's honest truth. Just say it. Admit it. You're there to win football games and you don't care. If the law tells you that you got to sit somebody out, that's fine. Then I'll roll with it then. But that is, I get sick of hearing it because it's just not true. It may used to be that way. 60 years ago, absolutely. These guys weren't getting paid what they are, but it's a freaking business. I mean, that's what it is. So stop saying that it's not. You get paid to win football games, and that's it. You could give a shit less if you got a kid that's got a DUI and had guns in the back of his car or marijuana or cocaine or whatever he had. I mean, it happens to kids. That's true. But those kids typically get it taken away. But if you're going to do that, then just say what it is. I'm here to win football games. That's what I'm here to do. And that's all I'm going to worry about. I mean, in the SEC, maybe it does mean more. It does mean more. You can just get away with whatever the hell you want if you're a football player, and that's the way it goes. And like I said, to end that rant, the SEC is not the only one that has that problem, and they're not the only college that does that. There are people that win at all costs mentality, and I think it's hurting us as a society to put these people on pedestals. Whether it's hell, I can think of Justin Bieber. He was the same way. Years ago. Like, look at what happened to Johnny Manziel. That's purely a thing that kid literally had everything given to him, and when he did get in trouble, it got covered up. These are the kinds of things that, when kids get out there and they get money and they don't know how to act because they never had anything taken from them and they never learned what wrong is. So that's the kind of society we're going down, apparently. Not a real big fan of it. I was always, when I got in trouble when I was a kid, I got penalized. And that's the only way you learn. You learn by taking games away from kids And if football's too important to do that, then just say it. We don't want to lose games. If a guy's got it, if a guy's in trouble, he's going to play. Or if he's questionably in trouble, or he hasn't been charged yet, he's on trial, he'll play. It's college football. It's a business. It's no different than the NFL. So whether you like it or not, it is what it is. And hell, in the NFL, they suspend their players more than colleges do nowadays. And these are grown-ass men they got to pay. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. So, I'm not really sure where to go, but it makes me sad that that's kind of the way that the SEC's stated their claim the last few years. And I get that it happens at other colleges. I do. Because if you look at it, Washington State is leading the pack with 31 arrests. There's some other schools in there, Washington State, Oklahoma's up there. Iowa State's up there. Shit, they're not even any good. They still had 20 arrests. They should be better, right? West Virginia's up there. Florida State, obviously. Iowa's in there. Marshall. Shit, Marshall's in there. Marshall, Oregon State, Pittsburgh, Michigan, Oklahoma State, Purdue, Colorado, Kansas. So there's a lot of other good programs in there. Some not so good, like Purdue and Iowa State, and I don't know, Pittsburgh. They're all right nowadays. I just wanted to pick on Smitty for the Purdue. That's all I really said that for. It happens other places. I just don't think it's as prevalent in the South because, like the SEC says themselves, it means more. It's a different feeling. So, man, that's it. Thanks for joining us. We are growing as a podcast. We're trying to, at least. Obviously on Twitter, we're at Last Pick Pod. We're also on SoundCloud, Spreaker, and the Google Play Store. I just got the Google Play Store thing uploaded today, so I don't know what that means. I don't know where it goes. I'm sure it'll get spread out some other places. I'm working on iTunes, trying to get a couple more episodes for them before I send it over to them. Don't really have we have a new thing we're going to start in the episode. It's going to be the sports quote of the day. So the sports quote of the day that we're going to leave you with is by Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler's quotes: "If you give me an athlete, you give me an army." Have a great night, guys. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. Have a good one.
She said it's cold outside and she hands me my raincoat. She's always worried about things like that.
The last pick.